The continent of Tamriel has experienced much in its long history. Warring races and political factions, magical cataclysms that change the very nature of the earth and the sky, and all of this turmoil has seemingly guaranteed one thing. The mortals of Mundus are doomed to repeat cycles, to achieve magnificence, to transcend, only to have it all crumble down, ripping the foundations out from beneath the mortals who reach the clouds. A perfect example of this is manifested in the land of Skyrim. We see a proud and belligerent race of humans who are set about their ways. They have a rich history on Tamriel, and on Atmora before it, yet all around them lies the remnants of a superior civilization, one which mastered engineering and industry, the likes of which most Nords couldn't comprehend. No wonder travellers, tomb raiders and money-hungry adventurers love to carve themselves off little pieces of Dwemer architecture from the dwarven ruins to sell back home at the markets. There is a goldmine of information and invention beneath the soil, waiting for some opportunistic man or mer to come and claim its wonder. For one inconspicuous-looking Argonian named From Deepest Fathoms, who wanders the docks of Riften, the call of the ancient Dwemer was too strong, and her ambition left her with several slaughtered companions, and an artifact far too ominously powerful for her to handle. Hey guys, it's Drew here and welcome back to FudgeMuppet. In this video we're going to delve into another part of the Dwemer's fascinating history. We'll explore the ruins of Avanshanzel and learn about the dwarven lexicons, those intricate cubes covered in glowing Dwemer runes and scripts. When we find the forlorn Argonian strolling along the jetties of Lake Honrich, she will speak to us with solemn intensity.
You must take the Lexicon. Free me of my burden.
Lexicon? Burden? What on earth is this stranger talking about?
The memories. I cannot stand them. You must take them away, return them to Avanshanzel. You must take the Lexicon from me. Please, take it now.
It's okay, I'll take the Lexicon.
You must bring it to Avanshanzel. In the west, return it to them. It must go back.
And just like that, she'll walk away, freed of her great weight of treasure. The Lexicon is black like ebony or obsidian. The runes or hieroglyphs etched into its surface seem to hold an ethereal glow. It looks like a puzzle box that could be pried open, but knowing the Dwemer, brute force is not going to reveal its secrets. Lexicons were devices created by the dwarves to serve as portable information repositories. Unlike quill and parchment, lexicons seem to hold the very essence of knowledge, and opening one unleashes the sophisticated secrets of the Dwemer. You can understand why such an artifact would be sought after by plunderers. Only it appears that there is a dangerous side effect associated with improperly handling one of these cubes, for the Argonian sanity seems to be deteriorating by the second. Perhaps the ruins will contain more answers, and an opportunity to part with this sinistrous Dwemer tool. Beyond freestone archways, the remains of the Dwemer city of Avanshanzel awaits. Steam bellows from broken plumbing, and a gaping maw in the cliffside leads into the depths of the ruin. As we enter, we will see the apparitions of 4 presumably dead adventurers in the first antechamber.
I don't like this place. It feels like we're being watched.
It's a simple job, Drennan. We get in, we steal the Lexicon, we leave. Don't get jumpy.
If you two cannot handle this, we can find others to hire.
Enough. Their services will be more than adequate. Let us continue.
From Deepest Fathoms, the Argonian we encountered earlier is present here. An echo of her consciousness remains in the tomb. The usual array of foes can be found in the ruin, and we will soon be facing off against Dwemer spiders. Further ahead, 2 of the ghosts take form again.
This place is unbelievable.
Indeed. Avanshanzel is as much a library as it is a city, built to hold the vast memories of the Dwemer.
It makes sense that an artifact designed to store an abundance of knowledge would belong within a library. Further on, corridors and ramps descend, leading us gradually deeper into the ruin.
Why are all these metal things ignoring us?
Avanshanzel is waiting.
Waiting for what?
No one seems to know. Perhaps the return of the Dwemer. Perhaps the end of the world.
Best get rid of the ones we see, just in case.
The residents of Avanshanzel certainly haven't been ignoring us. Maybe they are less trustworthy since Fathoms took one of their artifacts from its resting place. We then pass into the Anemon Coltery, where the automatons are assembled, and unsurprisingly our path is obstructed by many aggressive machines.
I told you, we should have hired a thief.
We are thieves, you fool. We're stealing the cube.
And yet none of us can pick a damn lock. This place is huge.
It is large indeed. I did not anticipate Avonshenzell's size or the time needed to uncover the entrance. A few hours sleep and we should be ready to continue through.
Maybe we should turn back. I don't want to sleep here.
Drennan, we do understand that the Lexicon at the bottom of this place holds the accumulated memories of centuries of Dwemer.
Not to mention our pay.
So
we're not turning back, you fool.
Besides, you're not scared of a few sleeping metalmen, are you, Drennan?
It's hard not to sympathise with Drennan. We may not know his fate yet, but judging by the lone maniacal Argonian we met in Riften, we can safely assume it is not a pleasant fate.
I thought you said these things were sleeping.
You said they were sleeping. I said they were waiting. It seems a few of them were waiting for someone to try and take the Lexicon.
Great.
Beyond the next door, the Anemon Coltery is active, and dwarven spiders skitter around the resting masses of two gigantic centurions. Assembled and ready to punish the beholder of the Lexicon, we certainly want to avoid waking these Chekhov's guns. Our suspicions are confirmed in the adjoining corridor, where the lifeless body of Drennan lies unmoving. This time he is not a glowing projection, but the real thing, showing the vulnerability of mortals in all its glory. We can then see his final moments play out.
I can't do this. We shouldn't be here. I'm sorry.
Drennan!
Let the field mouse run. Your pay will be double.
My pay will be nothing if we die in here.
Calm yourself, Freya. We are closing in on the Lexicon. I can feel it calling. We'll continue without Drennan.
The next stop is the boilery.
We are close now. Can you hear the Lexicon calling out?
Sure.
So we grab it and we get out, right?
Once we have the Lexicon, we'll need to take it to its podium. I know what to do from there. Soon the Lexicon's knowledge will be mine.
Ours. Soon the Lexicon's knowledge will be ours.
Of course. We're almost there. I can hear the Lexicon. Come on, quickly.
Something doesn't feel right. Wait!
Brea's cry is cut short, and numerous dwarven traps activate in the hallway beyond. Past the gyrating blades and the pushing pistons, the trap's victim lies dead. Watches the roots, Fathom's companion, and the one with an understanding of the Lexicon's power lies dead. In the next room, the two remaining travelers' ghosts stand before the Lexicon stand, and two dwarven centurions.
We need to leave.
I did not come all the way here just to walk out empty-handed.
The way out is right there. Run, damn it!
When the apparitions fade, we see that one of the centurions was slain, along with Brea, whose words of warning fell upon deaf ears in the form of From Deepest Fathoms. The remaining Centurion Master lingers in the real world after his ghostly double fades, and we are forced to slay the clockwork beast. With the floor and walls coated in blood and oil, the only thing left to do is place the Lexicon atop the pedestal, as Roots said to do earlier. The mechanism will activate, and the Lexicon will open up like a puzzle box, revealing a bright glowing cube within the black shell. Physically, nothing seems different when the Lexicon opens, but we suddenly have a proficiency for smithing, and an improved ability to wear dwarven armour. To be exact, we receive a 25% armour boost to dwarven armour, and blacksmithing levelling happens 15% faster. In terms of lore, we can assume that this particular Lexicon was used by the Dwemer to store their knowledge of arms and armour, and the art of smithing. Unlike a book, there is no need to read through the information. Simply standing within the Lexicon's vicinity, or perhaps gazing upon the hidden pink incandescence of the inner cube, automatically bestows the subject with the knowledge stored within. Properly utilised, this technology could be the key to unearthing all of the secrets of the Dwemer. Surely if such artifacts were used to hold information on blacksmithing, there must be more hidden within their libraries that pertain to more valuable intel. The Dwemer are an industrious and precise people, and if they have documented all of their discoveries in cubes like this one here, perhaps the work of the disappeared race will not be lost to the ages. Maybe modern Tamrielic societies can benefit from ancient history, and Mundus can finally advance into a new age of technology. I won't start talking about the Elder Scrolls 6, as by the time that game comes out most of us will be in old age homes, but it would be interesting to see some of these artifacts come into play in the future. But there you have it guys, the full story of the Dwemer artifacts known as Lexicons, and the 4 sorry adventurers who suffered the full might of Dwarven engineering in their attempts to liberate the prize. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, we'd appreciate it a ton. Thank you so much for watching guys, I have been Drew, and I will see you in the next one.